Okay, I'm going to say shalom to everyone. This is going to be, something that I haven't done in a while, for the subscribers and, those of you that follow my channel. Sometimes we always talk about a lot of things that is serious. That's what we're supposed to cover. But sometimes, it's nothing wrong with, you know, laughing sometimes to, break the stress levels. A lot of times, if you're too serious all the time, that can become stressful on the body as well. So me being, a natural comedian, I never done anything with it, but, it was just funny that I was, figuring out today how I was going to, get to work, even though I use bus and metro. And what I found out is since I had to make some errands in between, during the lunch schedule, I thought I would, drive my car. Yeah. So basically, the car ran fine. It's not, the way it's supposed to be. Of course, it's an old '89 Ford, and Ford. So you got to understand you have to be able to afford parts for the car. So I mean, it's nothing like to the point where it's breaking down, but you would not want to put your kids in it. First of all, if it's cold outside, it's cold in the car. If it's hot outside, it's hot in the car. That's just how I go. No AC, no heat. You turn the lights on while it's on. Everything will be dim until you press the gas. So it's almost like you got fake Christmas lights in the car. You press the gas, really get bright and up and down. Somebody think you flashing your high beams. So now I got to change the alternator because there's something wrong with the alternator. So it's best to just change the whole thing. And the ignition is fine. Only when it's cool outside. And if it's hot outside, since I bought the ignition switch that it's black, it absorbs so much heat. So now you turn and if it's hot outside, you're gonna fry your hand. So I mean, it is okay. It still runs. I got to work. It was fine. I was shaking myself the whole time, the whole way. The car would just shake. The whole car would just like this. It looked just like this. If I had this camera in the car or this webcam in the car, this how it would look the whole time. It would look like something from Reverse Flash from the Flash series that they had come out. That I'm being. This is not. Even though I'm joking, but I'm dead serious or making jokes of it. So I mean, I don't know if it's the axle. It could be. Well, it was in an accident, so the fender wheel is dented, but it's okay. It still runs. One of the fog lights is out, so you go down the street like this, and some people like, you need to get that fixed. I'm like, well, give me some money. Some people don't understand. So, but like I said, I'm still blessed because I was able to, go back and forth today, and the temperature stayed normal because sometimes if I let the car just sit all week, the temperature of the car will raise up like it's two 220 degrees for no reason. It just shoot up and then it drop back down. So, but that was funny though. I mean, to me, and I'm trying to make this funny, but I used to be better at this when I was younger. And as you see, I'm using a mic that I stopped using. I use this little small mic here. Now, there's a reason why that I stopped using this mic. First of all, I was about to do a video, and I had the mic, and I forgot that it was close to my face, and I almost broke my front tooth. Well, I thought it felt like it was about to come out because I kind of hit it, and I was here, and then it was like I had it on the table, and then all of a sudden I came down. I had the Bible here, and I said shalom to me, and I almost broke my tooth. And I immediately deleted. I could have put that video up. It was a long time ago this happened. And I said, no, I'm not going to put me busting my mouth in the, with the mic. So, no, none of that. So it was some stuff that was happening that I could have put up. It would have been funny. And, people like to laugh sometimes. So thought I would put this information out there. And this is not going to be a long video because I'm not a comedian. I don't take being a comic serious. Some people make money off of it. People have their own script, but all this is going to be improv or whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. But, I thought I would put this out, something to make people laugh. What I'm saying? I'm always, because people always say, man, you're always so serious and this. And I said, well, I'm serious is because, what's going on in the earth. You got to be, you got to be serious. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. But it was funny today because, like I said, the whole time I'm driving, I'm like, man, if this car don't stop shaking, just stay on. Don't cut off. Because it was doing good. Don't get me wrong, it was doing good. I was surprised. I was extremely surprised. I guess because I need to drive it more, but I don't like to drive as much as I used to. People don't know how to drive. You got people that's in front of you that will just stop short, and my brakes are okay until you press it too much. You got to watch it because it twists. So that means one of the lines are not as strong as the other. So now I got to go in and change the lines. So it twist on you a little bit. Somebody think and I know people, because since the fender wheel is a little jacked up on the left side, and since the car vibrates, they probably think that the thing is about to shake off the car, but it's not. It's just, the whole thing is just shaking. So, but it's okay. I got here. I don't have a headache, yet. I'm not seeing double vision, but I guarantee you, if I had it, this webcam in the car, it'd have been doing like this the whole time. But it's cool. Hopefully everybody's day was good today. Of course, class will be on Wednesday, and there was something else I was going to bring out that was supposed to have been funny, but I don't think I should have been laughing at it. Good. That means it wasn't important. Yeah, but this is, like I said, it's a few laughs for subscribers and audience. I appreciate you all, subscribing. Like I said, I'm still pretty serious. I got some things that's going on in my life too that can probably damper my comic, you would say, acts. So like I said, it's nothing that I just set up. I'll just turn this thing on and try to be live. And cool. I think the funniest part was the mic. Yeah, because that really, you can, these kind of mics is good. Like I said, somebody helped me get this. But I found an older mic that I thought was broke, but it really wasn't broke. It was just my brain cells just didn't know how to figure out how to use it. It was a button here that needed to be pushed up and pushed down. Yeah, so I didn't figure that out till a while back. So I'm pretty much done. Little quick video. I don't know how many other people do these type of videos, but I think I'm the only weirdo that will probably put up something like this live without practice and nothing, just going and putting up something to try to make somebody laugh. I was always like that when I was young. Like it was a family, a member, like my niece or something that was, she'd be crying or something. She'd get a bad grade at school or something. I'll try to make her laugh, trip and fall, fake tripping and fall and make her laugh. She started laughing. Then everybody in the house like, well, how did you make, she was hurting the whole time. She was worried about her grade and all this. I'm like, well, trip and fall. She's a kid. She'll laugh at that. you see? So, yeah, but thinking about tripping and falling, that was something that happened to me a while back. But I didn't trip and fall. It was more like a twist and dive. So I think that's worse. It was the ice crap that, the snow that came around. And since I thought I had some, I got these lug boots. Usually I got these slippery shoes on with no no soles really. And I'll slide anyway with those on, even if it was dry outside. But since I had me some real, some boots, I cleaned them up. I found some old boots that I used to wear, cleaned them up, dyed them out, dyed them black and whatever. And I said, you know what? I should be able to walk to work with this. And so I seen some ice. I stepped right in it. Like, yeah, I'm good. And twist. And then I heard something in my back, but it was just like a tweak. And it didn't hurt at first until I went back the other way. And I'm like, oh, man, just from me twisting out. That's how you know you're getting old, too. And there's always like a sister around, though. The sister was walking up the opposite direction. And I heard her, and I wanted to take a snowball and throw it at her, but I'm 40 years old throwing snowballs at a little kid that's laughing at an old man falling. So I used to do stuff like that too. Like you see an older person falling. I'm not that old, but I'm just saying. It's funnier when you see an adult tripping and falling. I mean, you don't supposed to laugh and stuff like that, but it's funny to me. I didn't get hurt. Well, I don't care if I got hurt. I still was exercising with pain on the right side of my back. So what? Who cares? I'm gonna keep going. I'm not getting older. I don't care what age my body say 40, 50, 60. I'm still gonna be out playing basketball. If I got a cane, it don't matter. In a wheelchair, it don't matter. I'm gonna still be out there. As long as I got some breath in my body, I'm going to be exercising and playing basketball. That keeps me going. That keeps me young. Okay, so people say, man, you need to cut it out. Man, you need to cut it. Nah, I'm not cutting nothing out. Nah, what for? Keep going. Keep going. And that's funny too. Because my oldest son, he's 16. He like to talk trash. How young kids are. Hey, Baldy. Yeah, he does that. Because we got that kind of relationship. He can talk trash. I let him get away with stuff. And all he's gonna do is just, get me to the point where I'm gonna play too long, and then he's gonna have to drive home. That's what he have in mind. He want to drive back to the house. Knowing my knees hurt, and that's what it is. So I'm thinking that's what he keep be trying to make me play too hard, because it works. It sells. Like you calling me bald. Okay, well, I tell you what. If I beat you, it doesn't matter if I'm bald or not. So yeah, we go through all that crap too. So I think I'm done. I'm not a comedian. I used to be funny, but I think I suck at this now. But that's okay. That's cool. But the mic thing was, that really actually was something that was really funny, because I was in here laughing by myself. I was the only one in here laughing. I'm like, man, somebody seen that. I mean, yeah, because I had the mic was here, like it had a table. The table was too high. You see what I'm saying? Well, I was just too clumsy, and I had the Bible sitting here, and I didn't take note of the mic, and I went down and excuse me. I said, you know what? I'm not putting this up. I had everything set. Nah. That would have been 200 people that would have got a trillion views on YouTube. The man with the mic or something. So, nah, I ain't got time for that. And I think I'm done. I was going to talk about the anxiety thing, because it's not something that people can take to the point where it can be comical. But once you understand it, it can be. And what I'm saying is, for an example, if you like for an example, I had an issue where like I would get the skippy heart thing, the skip hearts or whatever, like they call them palpitations or skip heart beats or ectopic beats or whatever you call it. And the first thought when it happens, you're like, you know what, I need to write a will out. I'm about to have a heart attack, and you start going through that and you start panicking. And one time, I felt a little thud in my chest, and I said, what's that going to do? one thud. And in the back of my mind, I shouldn't have said that, because it's almost like you fighting a bully. You talking trash when the bully like way over on the other side. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You get your man to hold you back, like, you know what I'm saying? That actually happened to me, because I used to be a little guy. I'm still a little guy. And you know, I'm only 5'10" and a half, about 170. But I was able to build up a little bit. But you know, it's almost like that's what that anxiety crap is. It's like a bully, and it started off small, and then all of a sudden it grow. So one time I felt a thud in my chest, like, what? You know, look, I'm used to this, you know. So I gets up and get me some hot chocolate. When I do that, for some reason, I don't know if it was like gas related, because usually what happens is, a lot of people don't understand, is when you get those thuds, sometimes those little skip beats, it's actually your stomach. You see what I'm saying? Because stress and anxiety or whatever can cause excessive gas in, you know, in your intestines or in your area, in your stomach area. So what happens is, if you feel a thud, you probably ate something that was a little off, and it throws your body off a little bit. So you know what I said? You know what, man? I'm whatever. Felt a thud, don't whatever. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I get me some hot cocoa, and I start drinking it. And I gulped it down just because I felt the thud. I'm gonna beat this stuff, and that cocoa, and me moving around, and all that crap, and doom, I felt the thicker one. I'm like, and I burped. Man, that thing. So I'm sitting there. You know, it happened right here. I'm sitting, I'm like, oh man, do it supposed to feel like that? So I get back online and start typing heavy thumps in the chest. And then it leads you back to, in the back of my head, I already had the heart monitor. They did everything, nothing wrong with my heart. You see. So it's just my brain is signaling things that it shouldn't be signaling. Of course, this could be personal, but you all see, all I do is ignore it. I keep pushing out videos. That's why I be trying to tell people, just don't even pay yourself no attention. You understand? Just keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. If you drop dead, drop dead. Don't even worry about it. You understand? So me being a comedian by nature, by natural reflexes, because that's how my family is. So you know, if something happened, whatever, you know, the first time the second time I did it, like a while back, I did some push-ups. I was like, well, okay, well, I'm just gonna be. And somebody said, you crazy. Well, oh well. And you know, but it's just funny. The body is weird. It's funny the way Satan and you know, these spirits try to keep you under submission or whatever, based on fear. But once you come away from yourself, oh well, if you die, you die. You see what I'm saying? So I'm at the point where whatever, you know, and I'm not dealing with none of these doctors. I already went. They told me I was fine. There's no need for me to go back. I just wanted to make sure, just in case you see, it could have been something there, because like I said, you do have an issue where you can get WPW, Wolff Parkinson's White. You know, they do have something that's like that, even though I don't believe that it really exists, but it could. I mean, if you know, there was some things about kids dropping dead from that. You know, I know I went to something serious, but you know, this dealing with the health is something serious. You see what I'm saying? What Wolff Parkinson White is, what they're claiming it is, they really don't know. They're still doing studies on it. It's an actual extra nerve that goes to the electrical part of the heart, where the pacemaker is of the heart, to keep it going. But that extra nerve, that extra electrical signal, causes it to fire wrong. It'd be make your heart do all kind of crazy stuff, and some kids drop dead from that at a young age usually. And I remember having issues when I was a kid, but you know, it would race sometimes here and there. I didn't pay no attention. I kept going. So you know what, man? A lot of times it's because of these vaccinations. You know, vaccinations cause the body to develop abnormally. That's what they're not telling people. You coming down with some weird wolf Parkinson's. How would they know how would they know to name it that? Wolf. Like, what is it? Do you put something in the vaccination? Some DNA of a wolf or something? You see what I'm saying? Like, how would they come up with that? Well, I guess it was a person named Wolf that had this issue. And so I look at certain things. I know I went to a serious topic, so we can I can cut the comic stuff for a minute, because like I said, this stuff is serious. You see, when it comes down to your body, when it comes down to a lot of the terms that they use in regards to these names. I mean, how would they know to come up with that name? Like I said, if it's something that I got away, I've been going and running and jumping, but they say you have symptoms up to the point where you can be running, walking, and it'd be hard. It'd almost feel like you're about to have a heart attack. It'd be tired. You have burning in the chest. So a lot of times, a lot of us it's the Western world. You see everything is coming down on you. You got to pay this. You got to do this. You got to do that. There's an image that a lot of people feel that they need to uplift and feel that they need to be in the spotlight. I got to drive a certain car. I got to drive this. My image, this. I got to feel a certain way when I'm around this person. Everything is fake. Everything Hollywood around us. That's why they call it that. It's Hollywood. It's fake. It's false. It's nothing but witchcraft. That's what you're dealing with. So a lot of times, people just need to just chill out, relax, and just be yourself. Just be yourself. And don't worry about what other people got and what you don't have. I mean, because let me tell you something. I knew this was going to turn into something serious. But see, the thing is, people think they got, but they don't. They don't have anything if you didn't pay for it. I'm going to say that again. People think they got, but they don't. Because if you didn't pay for it, it's not yours. You got a house, did you pay for it? It's not yours anyway. So the bank could throw you out. You're no different than anybody else that got to rent something that's like an apartment, a 1-bedroom studio apartment. Better than them. So people think, "Ooh, I got this house. I bought this house." You didn't buy anything, because you just put down a down payment on the bank to give you a loan for the house. It's not yours. And then you got to pay taxes on the house. I mean, on that too, and the land. So people don't own nothing here. You don't even own the car that you think you bought. Cash. Guess what? You buy a car cash, straight cash right now, and you don't tag it, they can come tow it. Tag your car or tow it. Period. So it's still not yours. You just bought it straight cash from your hard-earned money, and then come and grab it. So you tell me. So what I'm showing people is, don't get caught up in these images. It's fake. You don't own jack. If you got to work every day constantly and pay taxes, you are a slave to the system. Period. You're a slave. It's just that simple. There's nothing else you need to look at. What else? Who can refute that? I'll wait for comments. There's no way you can refute that. So, I know, at first it was supposed to be comical, then I went to something that's serious. But yeah, so because people don't understand, and these images are fake. You're not dealing with nothing. If it ain't coming from scripture, you're not dealing with nothing. So I'll be looking at people like, a lot of times, not to boast, man, but when you come out of the world, when you're unplugged, people just look like cattle. You see what I'm saying? They just fighting for autographs from celebrities. Like, what? I seen some video of some UFC boxer, some black brother. I forgot his name. He was supposed to be some kind of good UFC boxer. And people in line way in the back of the building trying to get to this guy to get an autograph or something and a picture. I mean, people waiting in line to. I mean, I you know what it is? I think even when I was younger, I never understood that. I never understood it. Like a long time ago, because I'm from Maryland, I used to see Riddick Bowe in Iverson Mall years ago. I didn't even know. Actually, I didn't even know who he was until I had paid his behind no attention, and he looked at me funny, like, "Hey, dude, they didn't even pay me no attention." Right, Negro, you just is your blood is red just like mine. I mean, these people think they need to be praised or something. Like, it's okay, yeah, you're a boxer, but yeah, you in there knocking another brother's head off. So I mean, a lot of times when I was young, I was always different. You see what I'm saying? That's why I stuck out as like a sore thumb. And I used to get picked on it because I was little, and until people started realizing, yeah, he little, but he liked to pick up stuff from the ground. I'll pick a chair up and throw it at you. Oh, yeah, I was a little ruthless because I was little. It's only 5 back then. I grew slow. You know what I'm saying? My nose grew first. Okay. Now I'm going back to the comedy stuff. I know y'all like, man, I'm a thumbs down on this video. What is this guy doing? So yeah, my nose grew first when I was a kid. Then one ear grew, and as you can still see, one ear is a little out more than the other one, but they getting together. So I got about 30 or 40 more years to live, and maybe they'll probably be even. So yeah, everything was on proportion. My lips and my nose grew first. One arm was longer than the other for a while. I don't know what happened, but it's all good. So everything is proportioned now. But yeah, when you're a kid, sometimes you get picked on. And around 8, when I was like 17, 18 years old, like I was pretty much okay back then when I was around 18 years old. Like the yearbook picture that I posted. So, but yeah, but when it comes down to these celebrities, man, people going back and forth, praising these people, because they popular or whatever, man. I never really understood that. I mean, hopefully y'all comment on that. Like, what is the matter of fact? I seen another interview with Kobe and some European brother. I forgot where they were, but they showed a clip of this Asian brother crying over Kobe. He was, oh, Kobe, I'm glad I seen him. He was tearing up like a girl, man. I'm like, man, you got a dress on, man? Oh, this is a grown man you crying over, like some woman. Women shouldn't need to be doing that. People falling out all over Michael Jackson when he was living, and people, oh God, like what? Like, what are you falling out over a person for? I just never understood. Like, people don't have their own image. People want to be like somebody else, and they wish they were them, or they just idolize these people. But no one idolized Christ. No one, and when I use that word idolize, no one really nowadays put Christ on the forerunner. Like he's not renowned as he should be, and that's based on scripture. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. So there'll be a lot of people that's dealing with idolatry, because that's what it is. You're idolizing a person. They are your God. You understand? People be putting these big old posters and stuff all over their house of a basketball player, and posters of women and all. Yeah, of course you got people that look good. There's, I used to be infatuated with see, I almost forgot her name, Holly Berry, and that's it. That's the only that was the only person. But other than that, I mean, and Tweet, that was her name. Yeah, I used to like them too. Other than that, next, I mean, but even if I was to see them on the street, hey, how you doing? I keep going, my way, and it was nice meeting you. Let me read some scripture to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't brown nose. People are just so soft, man, and I have my own image. I guess that's the reason why I came up with my own YouTube page, man, because I don't want to be like everybody else. You gotta be different, man. Even if it ain't something that's popular, or as long as you use your own fingerprints. Everybody in the whole world, I don't care who you are, I don't know how many twins it is in the world. Each twin, I don't care if they're identical. Siamese twins or whatever. All of them got different fingerprints, which is like a computer chip. Everybody got a different frequency that they are under. That's what your fingertips are for. That's what your fingertips, your fingerprints represents like a hard drive. If you look at your fingerprints, it looks almost like a hard drive. That's where they get computers from. We're in the image of the Most High. We want to create the same things that He creates, but it's just going to be a little less technology. Our bodies are so what's the word? The best word I'm looking for is so intelligent. We're nothing. We're like the 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 most intelligent computer system in the world, if you wanted to use that term, of course. So, but I guess I said I wasn't going to make this long. I can't tell how long I've been talking, but usually when my mouth gets dry about 3 times and I got, feel like I got Elmer's glue in my mouth, I know that I've talked for about 30 minutes. So I probably need to be quiet so I will be able to get water inside of my mouth before I get too arid in the face. So yeah, but I'm pretty much done. Hairline is great. It's growing back. You see my hairline is growing back. See how it's growing backward, growing back there. Pretty much, I'm good. I'm not even. See, I can talk about this stuff online. I don't care how many views this thing get, man. Who cares? I mean, even if it was people that was viewing this, it'd be like 1,000 views or whatever, 1,000,000 views. I don't give a. Who cares about the flesh and how it looks and all that? I mean, I used to get caught up in that when I was younger. Whatever. I mean, oh well, it's cool because see, all this is decrepit. Everything here, the body is gonna go back to the dust. Okay, so people get caught up in their looks and cutting their nose off and putting a new nose on, like some kind of what is that thing called? The Mr. Potato Head or something. You just gluing, putting stuff all up on you. People cutting their ears and taking one of these singers, I think it was Janet Jackson or whatever. I ain't trying to put her out there. I mean, if it was her, if it wasn't her, I apologize. But somebody, I think it was her, took a rib out or something to make her waist. These are crazy. These people crazy. You got to be crazy to do something like that. Now comment down below to make sure that I'm saying the right person. I know somebody told me, and I actually think I did some research on some weirdo. Took some ribs out of their body to narrow their waist. Like, I mean, that is the most be quiet Melvin in the world. Because I'm not going to say that about, I don't want to start talking about people, man, but all this stuff is, to me, is extremely annoying now. Because, like I said, I know who I am based on scripture. The Most High built my wisdom up. So that's why it's actually almost hard. It's amazing because I used to be extremely goofy. I can still be, some people know, like, Sister Vanessa, I hit her up on instant message sometimes. We like brother and sister. And, she knows that I can be silly at some time. Well, not silly, I don't want to use that term, but, goofy or, to try to make people laugh, to make their day better. That's my main goal. Sometimes it's good to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because they, a lot of us get stressed out at work or whatever. And, you just kind of make them laugh, to make their day a little better. And then you can come in and be meek and kindness and bring scriptures. You can't come to somebody like, read this Bible, you will be a better person. You can't come to people like that, man. Because I know some of our people that be on the streets teaching. Man, I mean, I'm like, goodness gracious, you just might as well just put a whip in your hand and beat me in the back the way you coming at me with that Bible, man. I'm like, you ain't got your beard? What? You don't have your beard? He ain't following the law. But he ain't following the law neither when it says in Titus to be meek to all men, to be humble, to be kind, no brawlers. Our people be funny with that, man. It's like, calm down, relax. I don't know if you're on Ritalin or not, but have them. A lot of these brothers that be speaking, I know they mean well, but they come off wrong. That's why, They be saying, "Yeah, look at Satan trying to come against me." No, it's the way you delivering the message. That's the way look at these spirits out here. No, you have the spirit of brawling. So guess what? The spirit of brawling is going to come back on you. That's just how it go. You causing a fire, opposed to trying to put one out. The Most High didn't tell his disciples to go around. See, that's that pharisaical doctrine, to cause people to convert someone, to make them become a proselyte based on pushing the load on them when they won't carry it themselves. And see, that's when it gets a little frustrating with and that's why I don't want people to label me and some other brothers like the GOCC. Don't label these brothers in that church with a lot of our brothers teaching all that the white man is the devil stuff. We understand that there was some white people that were evil, but what about the Egyptians that were devils? What about the other nation, the Syrians, that were devils too? Okay, not all, but every nation had evil seed, even us, the main ones, that the authors of the whole world. What about us that were evil, that didn't follow our law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave Moses? So what about us? You see what I'm saying? So it's like you out in the street teaching, and all of a sudden you see something. Look at that whore. That's a Jezebel. And look at it. When a white man is the devil. Bow down and relax. You don't have to go at them like that. It's just so people gravitate to negativity. That's, to me, is a negative way in which you're teaching, to cause people to get fired up. And they're going to push that. The government going to constantly let y'all do that. They're going to let these brothers do that all day. Like, oh, yeah, let's put them on the best part of YouTube. We're going to get them on the best part that get all the views so they can see this, that these Hebrew Israelites are radicals. Yes, let's get them to do everything just like the KKK did, having their little rallies. The black man is going to die. They used to do the same thing. What's the difference? They're using you all. They're using those brothers that's calling the white man the devil. They're using them to cause a race war. That's what they're doing. Can't we see that? No, we can't, because our eyes are blinded. That's why Christ said, love thine enemies, be humble. Even it tells you in Isaiah 53, the enemy was coming against Christ and he said nothing. He didn't say one word. That's all you got to do. Somebody coming against you, don't say nothing. They usually leave. They're like, man, this dude is not moving. What's wrong with him? He must be really upset. The best thing to do is not say nothing. And see, I have a certain poise about me. Like, I have a certain level of patience that I know that it'd be best for me just to shut up, because I'm going to say something that's off, and then I'm not going to be talking no more. You see what I'm saying? Some people, I don't know how people do it. I can't be out there debating with, somebody, like it was a white lady out there, white sister, European sister. I don't even like calling it European sister out there. And one of the brothers called her a she-dog. I'm like, is she still sitting there? She didn't pull out a knife or a gun. You see what I'm saying? Like, she just gonna let this dude. She didn't walk away. She just sat there. I don't have to go anywhere. He just called you out your name. He has no respect for you. That means leave. Don't even. So it's like, just think if that was a brother calling out another brother like that. Not to the point where calling them out to the point, but it's like those debates can get a little fueled. And the way you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably like them, like the debates or whatever. I don't get into it. Those type of debates is never, ever going to work to the point where it's going to bring people in. See, that's the difference between someone that believes in Christ the right way and some people, and then some that believe. And I notice a lot of these brothers don't believe in baptism. And that's another thing. If you believe in baptism, you're going to have a peaceful spirit about you. Just like Christ. You notice that people that believe in baptism, usually have a peaceful spirit. And if they got a problem with you, either they're not gonna say nothing to you no more, or tell you in person, in person, like, you know what, man, there's some things that you was dealing with. I can't deal with you no more. You know, blah blah blah, and that's it. They ain't gonna go out in public and be like, yeah, holy vessel, you doing this, you doing that. Nah, I ain't gonna be all that. All right, I'm done. I think I'm pretty much done. I got here early because I drove. I feel good. I got here early for a change. I got, this video. I usually make videos darn near around 8 o'clock because it takes forever to be on the train and the bus, the train be stopping and going, and people be playing their music all loud. Well, let me just tell you this. I guess I'm about to get into this too. What is up with people on the train, right, that have their earpiece in? And I'm just gonna show this. I never understood this. They have their earpieces in. Like, let's say they got their, it's old school, but let's say they got the earpieces in, right? And then all of a sudden, I don't know. You know what I gotta watch out for? The scent of marijuana. If you see a person doing, like, because I don't know what to look. Now I know what to look for. Like I said, public transportation is something that I'm just getting used to. But I'm gonna have to get my nose more keen on the scent in which that marijuana is coming from on the train. Because if I see a brother in the back of the bus doing this, yeah, oh my god, I'm gonna get it. Oh yeah. That means don't go back there. But my retarded behind, I'll go back there anyway because I want a better seat. Nah, I'll just stand next time because now you're burning my nose and you got the headphones on. But I guess we need to hear you play karaoke. So now I know what to look for because I didn't know at first because I was wondering why everybody was in the back of the, in the front of the bus or in front of the bus. And then there was all these seats in the back, but it was a brother back there with some headphones. But I was like, okay, you got headphones on. What everybody doing? I want to sit down. So I go back there and, first it was cool. And I guess he needed some more attention. And he could have been a gang stalker. I know people probably don't understand what that is, but, they wear certain colors. And, he had certain colors on. He was uniformed as a perp. But I didn't pay no attention. I needed a seat. And, then when I sat down, I heard yeah. Good, yeah, boy. Whatever. I don't even know the songs. All these songs sound crazy. Like everybody high, like everybody slurred. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, dog, I don't even understand what you're talking about. How do you understand what is going on in that song? But he had it, and he was all high, and his nose was. I'm surprised the bus driver ain't saying that. I guess he used to him being on the bus or whatever, but it was not funny. I was irritated. And I wanted to sling him out of the bus. But, I had to repent and probably go to jail for a few years. So that couldn't work. And I had a lesson to do. It's funny when it's the days that I have to do a lesson that I always run into weird spirits. Okay, there's always some spirit or something around when I'm trying to get my lessons together. It's funny. It's the way these people react with these spirits in them. And, usually I just say a quick prayer, like, Father, please calm this brother down. And, but it was one day that I'm like, man, the back of the bus smells like weed. And that's the reason why people hadn't paid no attention. Then, on the train, and, you got people that's on the train and they don't. It's public transportation is another way to ride. That's all I got to tell you. It's not the worst because I've seen worse areas. I'm tell you, even in Dale City in Virginia, that area, I've seen a fight break out almost. Like the bus driver almost got punched in the face just because the brother wanted to get on the bus because he was 20 cents short or something like that. And so they arguing back and forth. It was a so-called African, from the parts of West Africa. And, he was like, you got to pay the whole fare. you got to pay the whole fare. So he was, look, man, look, dog. You know how, black people like, man, I gotta get to work. He was, oh, you won't let me go. So he's about to call. My D called transit. I'm about to call the transit. So he was about to get something popping off. I'm like, man, dog, this. Okay. So that was something that happened, and you wouldn't think of something like that happened in Virginia. But since I'm in Maryland, I didn't see too much of that. But the only thing that I did find that was a little off, is and I'm not trying to come down on our sisters, but I mean, I love you all, but in this part of Maryland, I don't know what it is with the speech, talk. How you doing? You looking at me? What are you looking at me for? Like it was a sister just staring. Like they say, hey, how you doing? Like, okay. Like, well, don't look at me then. Like, what are you looking at? So it was like maybe she was high or something. And then I was on the getting on the train, and it was a sister. Like I said, I'm not jumping. I was talking about the brother for a minute. Not talking about him, but it was just like y'all don't know who he is, but I'm showing y'all these experiences, and sister, with her kid, and the sister was telling her kid how to dance, train, dance. You on a train, but you go ahead, get it, get it. The train is moving, foolish. Why would you tell your daughter to get it while the train is moving? You see the stuff that I have to get to work, and by the time I get to work, I feel like, man, we're a rebellious nation. I see why, because that little girl is going to grow up to think it's okay to dance on the train, and then one day she's going to do something and bust her head wide open or something because her mom wasn't teaching her correctly. And then one time I was on the train and we're waiting for one, and this lady with her daughter, she was on her phone, and I guess the phone was more important. And then the little kid started walking towards the edge, almost falling off the edges of the walkway towards the tracks. And then I was about to say, hey, but the brother caught her just in time. Like, hey, your daughter. Oh, get over here. I told you about that. The girl looked like she was 3 years old. What do you mean you told her about it? She's going to forget. So that's like the stuff that I'll be saying. Man, like I said, it's a lot of our brothers' faults. We need to be, more involved, of course. But then, you hear, I'm doing everything. No, you're not. You on your phone. You're about to let your kid die. So, are you? Because I hear this all the time. Are you doing everything? I don't think so. And see, that's why it takes two. The way it made two to make one, it makes two to keep one. And to train up one. There's nothing different. It took both of y'all to make what? It take two people to make a kid. It take two people to raise a kid. But it's cool. But some of us don't get it. Yeah, a lot of us don't get it. But we'll get it eventually. It's not maybe this generation. Some of the generations to come will get it. But this generation here, and I still got the headphones on my head, and I was running while my ears were hot. So I'm going to drop those. And I hope somebody do not ask me to do another video like this again, because my armpits are sweating, because I never thought that I would be able to talk about 30 to 40 minutes about something in regards to trying to make people laugh. Okay. I went back and some serious stuff too, and I'm all over the place in this video. Somebody got a problem with it, I don't care. Like I said, this is something that I wanted to do for the subscribers and an audience that like my videos. So those of you that's a critic, don't thumbs down on me. I'm I'm professional on being a comic. Go to Steve Harvey and all these other people that try to make money off of making you laugh. That's another thing. I don't see how people pay for somebody trying to make them laugh. Like, okay, just look in the mirror and make some faces if you want to make yourself laugh. I can't pay somebody. I've done it before years ago. I was like, hey, I could be doing this myself. I could just go in the mirror and just I ain't never understood like paying somebody to make you laugh. Skits and like I said, everybody to each his own. I'm a little different, so I'll just kind of look at things on other way in other directions. So that's pretty much it. I'm all over the place, and that stutter almost sounded like a swear word, but it wasn't. Like I said, I should be drinking some water, and that could happen again. And so I need to watch what I say, based on me not bringing some water over here, since I wanted to make this weird, nervous type video that I probably shouldn't have had no business making, but I'm still talking and I'm not even shutting up yet. So I guess I'm on a roll, right? It's 10 people that joined this, and it's going back to 8, 9, 7, 8. I know, like, man, this guy, what is he talking about? But hey, I'm trying to be involved with on a serious note. I try to be involved with people when it comes down to even the social media thing. And I'm in a pretty good mood today. What I'm saying, things are trying to work out for me just a little bit better than it was financially. I may, like I said, I may have to take. I am 80% chance that I'll be taking a second job, part time, to make ends meet. So those of you, like I said, that signed up for class, it will probably be a different time. If more than likely, I still will be able to do it, but it's not going to be as much as it's not going to be the same amount of days, you would say, because sometimes I would do a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday class, but it may have to change. Now let people know. It's only like I said, it was only like 3 people, two people that actually donated for class anyway. So those 2, if it's an issue, but like I said, I don't think it should be an issue because I can always make a pre-recorded series as well. But like I said, I'll let people know. I'll keep people informed on that. Like I said, I'll keep people informed on that. But yeah, I'm pretty much over. I did my thing, and I want people. This is what I want people to do too, since I have some influential power based on all praise to the Most High. I want to make sure that goes to Him. You all check out the tactics that's used on gang stalking. Matter of fact, this is what I want y'all to do. Somebody send me an email at judite07@gmail.com in regards to the specific tactics that they use. Okay, even though we understand based on the video that I did in regards to targeted individuals, and this is going to be the last time I go into that information, because I wanted to make sure people understand what to look for, what to look for, and how to observe it without going into the eye of paranoia. Okay, what you got to look for is the same routine with the same amount of people involved. And the thing about it is they're very clever. It may be the same. It'll be 10 people, but it'll be 10 different people every time. That's how clever I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So if somebody want me to go into detail, matter of fact, I'll do a hangout with you one-on-one, and we can do a hangout. I'll do it that way because, like I said, I don't like certain things I will only say to certain people. You know what I'm saying? So just let me know. Hit me up on judite07@gmail.com. All right, that's JUDHITE07@gmail.com. Send me an email, and we can probably hook up a hangout video, and then I'll go through the specific tactics that they use, so you'll know what to look for. Because some of our people know that they're being watched. Okay, we're doing the work, man. You see what I'm saying? This thing's getting big. This thing's getting ugly for Satan. So he's going to have people, his minions and his ghouls out there doing certain things. And a lot of people don't understand that they're under a extreme mind control. I'm talking about mind. I'm talking about they could take over their mind and make them do things that they don't even understand why they're doing it. Like, why did you look at the time at a certain particular time? Okay. Like, let's say if you look at the time every day at 7:10, like, wow, I looked at the time at 7:10 yesterday. Oh, it's 7:10 again. You wake up at a certain time. It's a lot of it. Like I said, I'll go into information, but like I said, just based on people that hit me up on July 07, just send me an email and then we'll hook up a hangout. Okay. It'll be a one-on-one thing and I'll go through all the tactics. Okay. So that was a extreme serious scenario, and I'm pretty much out of here. I think I did good for somebody that didn't really go into just with freestyle talking. I mean, how many people didn't know? I guess I've been doing this for a while, huh? To be able to just talk and get things and manifest what my brain is trying to bring forth into a speech, you see. Because you know what it is, I guess the Most High delivered my tongue because, like I said, I wasn't able to speak this well years ago. Even in school, I had a speech impediment. So I always had an issue with speaking. I wasn't the most, I would say, brightest kids either. But like I said, some people balk on what I'm about to say. Deal with the sunlight. Behold it. Look at it. It'll get the crap off your brain. And of course, I'm still, a lot of us still stutter certain words out or whatever. But to become more articulate and more fluent, I found out that based on changing my lifestyle, what I mean is eating certain foods for me, based on following the dietary laws as written in scripture and following the holy days best as possible, staying away from certain sins, staying away from certain people, and just trying to live. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but when you try to live holy, whatever is causing certain issues with the body, the Most High will heal it. And then along with that, sunlight, behold the sun, as it says in Ecclesiastes. Okay, that's not sun gazing. Sun gazing is a term that's used for those who worship the sun, and they're trying to correlate that and integrate that with behold what it says in scripture. Nah, Solomon was not staring into the sun praying to it. He was staring into it based on the Most High giving us the true information back then. There's nothing wrong with looking at it. Why would the Most High make something in the sky to burn your eyeballs out? Come on now. Even kids do this. I said this years ago in a video. Kids look at the sunlight. You check and you have them in the back of your seat. They may start crying, but it's actually helping them. They're not going blind. I've been doing this since 2011. I ain't blind. Come on now. Yeah, so my first video in regards to this was like February. So, but that's pretty much what it's about, man. They tell you things to keep you asleep, keep you dull-minded. Anytime you hear somebody tell you to put, especially when it's the other nation, sunblock. Well, why would you block the sun? That's vitamin D. But yet you'll take a vitamin D pill. So what's the difference? You want me to block the sun that has vitamin D? People don't understand that vitamin D3, the only way you get vitamin D3 is from the ultraviolet rays of the sun that's hitting the skin. That's natural. Anytime you hear somebody tell you to put sunblock on, is trying to kill you. Sunblock causes cancer because you're not getting the appropriate amount of vitamin D. Have we ever thought about it? Why would they do that? Guess what people came up with? Sunblock. Your oppressor. Yeah. Your oppressors came up with sunblock. What black people need some sunblock? Okay. Only the Europeans need that for them if they out there too long. But they still don't need it either. They don't need no sunblock. Just don't stay out there long. They're not like us. They're recessive. They have recessive genes. They can't hold as much sunlight as we can. Just like if you touch a car, actual black car, even regular paint tell you that the paint will be the black car and a white car in the sunlight. The black car will be real hot because it's absorbing the sun. You hit a white car to go right through. It'll penetrate. It's penetrating them too much. So that's even common natural science, whatever. So don't listen to these people with that sunlight. I mean that the sun is going to give you cancer and all that. No, it's them chemtrails that's giving people cancer, causing people to have anxiety attacks and all that. Man, it's not a coincidence. There's so many people. See, now I'm about to get angry because I know what they're doing. Like every freaking day you look, it's freaking smog all around the sunset. And even in the morning, you get up in the morning, you trying to get some sunlight. Look at it. It's this smog mess all around the sun. People not putting two and two together. They can't see that they're doing this on purpose. If it was so evil, if there's someone, come on, man. I seen an old movie that was made in like 1960. It was clear as day, even in New York. So I know they ain't start doing that around probably the late 60s. Even then, there was some other movies that even in the 70s that it was clear. When I was a kid, I started seeing. I started even the day that my mom passed. It was a smoggy day. That whole day was smoggy, and it was like it was yesterday. It was just the sky was filled with haze. That's not clouds, man. Those are not clouds. So we got to wake up on that, man. Don't listen to these people. That's why there's so many diseases and all that stuff going around. Your body's supposed to be able to fight off a lot. So this is a weaponized strategic plan that they're using for particular people. Think about the statistics. Why is it mainly blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, all the so-called minority groups, which are the children of Israel, coming down with all these diseases? Mainly us. Oh, you got your skits cats of the other nations coming with stuff, but nah, why are we the ones that are more predominantly as a race coming down with all this stuff? And when I say race, I ain't talking about just black, because we're more than just black people in America. Okay, I'm talking about all the scattered, all the minority groups. So that's what they do over here. They're going to geoengineer your body. Nanotechnology is certain things that goes in from those chemtrails come through and get inside your blood system. You hear them ringing in the ears, and your left ear start ringing or whatever. Then you just feel weird and all that. Man, that stuff is not normal, because I know for a fact when it's sunny outside, I'm fine. Clear day, I'm cool. But when they deal with that mess, your pressure may go up or something. One time I checked my pressure because I felt weird. Like, man, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Like, what's going on? I go check my pressure. It's at 150 over 98. And it was smoggy as hell outside. Then the next day it was sunny, and I felt better. I checked my pressure was 128 over 80. Come on now. It does something. People need to check chemtrails. The side effects of chemtrails: it will raise your pressure, cause upper respiratory issues. It will cause all kind of sinus infections, so-called head colds and all that stuff. You think you got lung cancer or something, or coughing up your lungs because it's that junk. And they may not see. The thing is, they so slick with it. It may not happen right away. Oh, it was cloudy yesterday. Ain't nothing happened. Yeah, but wait a few weeks later. And some people are immune to it to a degree, but then it causes obesity. It lowers it messes up your hormones. That's what it do. I'm telling you, it's called geoengineering. People that don't know need to look that up. You eat three pieces of three cookies, and you gain weight. Nah, it shouldn't. Your body should be able to absorb that and rid itself of the excess fats. It's the geoengineering. It causes weight gain. It causes, and it's not just up in the air. They're putting certain things in the foods, but it's all working hand in hand. Do I know all the techniques that they use? No, but I've been around it and understood. Like, okay, you go to certain areas. Why is it so much of an influx of people, of our people, that's overweight? You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works. They deal with you on a level where you're not really paying attention, but you have an urge to eat 4 and 5 or 10 donuts. You wondering why? Because they can go into your body, your brain, and manipulate your emotions. See, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up because I know some people think this is crazy. Y'all better do the research. And I'm waiting for this person to get their computer correct right so I can get into some information about AIDS and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm doing interviews with people so I can see them. If I can't see you, if you got a pickless YouTube site or whatever, or I can't go that route. You see, because the information that I've come upon is true. 100%. I can prove everything. That's what I'm saying. That's why activists and whistleblowers, who I'm gonna watch him every 5 minutes. What is he doing? I'm gonna make sure he don't say nothing. I'm gonna go around his house about 20 times, not knowing that I put something there to show that I know where you at. So just keep walking, just keep riding around my house. Go ahead, keep doing it. Hey, evidence, man. But I'm pretty much done. I said that about 3 times, didn't I? 3 strikes you out, right? Shalom.